become useless.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So logic not unless he pays 4. Which he likely can't. I think he should have just used the vial. One of Dackmore's salvage. That's what you're playing, Terror? Yeah, there's no excuse either. So he took out the watery. We have one more black source in the deck. I do run 2 black sources. But no excuse to grab the wrong land. Good thing it's a practice game, but still. We haven't kicked back and played this deck in a long time though, so I don't put it past myself to make a silly mistake like that. Why is he like casting everything into like counter magic? This is just weird. There you go, Flicker Wisp. That would be a way. If he vialed in a Flicker Wisp, that's a way to bounce the Iona. We should have gone with Chronos, guys. Should have gone with Chronos. So I can actually feasibly counter this Flicker. I don't think that's right. You'd have to spend a lot of cards. I'd rather just Snapcaster the gifts I'm given. You know. Probably grab my fountain here. I'm with you, Usido. I think it's a little cute. I mean, usually I don't have a problem. It was just a punt because I didn't. But no, here you go. Here's a way to bounce the. Well, I guess it just comes back in. I mean, the Chronos is usually pretty safe. That's a live draw. Chronos is usually pretty safe. Even if we only use it for 2 cards, the first cast, it's not that horrible. I mean, Rev, ideally, ideally you want to Rev for X's 3, but you could Rev for X's 2. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, we might get to Snapcaster the Fork Bolt. I'm excited. That's multiple ways to bounce an Iona on white, because if you're using the vial, that would do it. I mean, as long as this isn't lethal, I'm likely gonna Rev. Unless he has some sort of shenanigans. Untap, and then you snap, Fork Bolt. Take them both down. I mean, you know me, I love revving for much more than just something like 2, but, sometimes, man, just gotta, there it is! You know what's funny, though? I really shouldn't immediately, because we're at 4, obviously, well, what you could do is you could shock yourself, go to 2, Flashback Souls is another plan. I like just playing Crypt here. Crypt, and then go snap snap Fork Bolt. And then next turn go for the Ion. I mean, maybe I'm being cute here. I'm probably being cute actually. I'm just messing around at this point then. Yeah, it's definitely us being cute. I think it's going to be only the flickers that really interact with us at this point. Concedes? Ah, okay. You know what's funny is Death and Taxes actually, if they have a good draw of a lot of Ghost Quarters and Tech Edges, can really punish us. I mean, we're splashing a fourth color off of just 2 lands, just a Watery and just a Blood Crypt. Now, you could argue that we only have 2, technically 3 spells that involve that black mana, but, well, I just added another one. That being said, so what I like to do is once they've seen the Reanimator package, I like to no longer be Reanimator unless it's really... I mean, Iona on white is still so powerful, we might keep that in, but I'm going to cut the... I was going to cut the, at least the Elish Nor. Elish can be good. Problem is she just gets pathed. I want threats that don't get pathed or are Planeswalkers. Like, Viscopa actually technically works in this matchup. Cryptic's too slow. Let's see. We want to turn off the Aether Vial. Might be worth bringing in a Stony or 2. You could just go Mono Sweeper, Mono Planeswalker plan. Like, let's see, what else is kind of awkward against this opponent? Spell Snare is still okay. Dispel is not that great. Like, a lot of the permission isn't that great in this matchup. Stony Iona. I mean, yeah, you can keep in the Unburial Rites Iona. I don't know how much else I would keep. I think that Sphinx, even though we got to cast Sphinx's Rev, it's not usually applicable to the matchup. And if he's just going to rest in peace us, I don't really want the Logic Knot. I still like running Snapcaster, and I still like... Because the upside on Snapcaster and Unburial Rites Iona is so high in this matchup, I think that, you know, or the Lingering Souls even, I think it's worth keeping the... keeping that in, but I don't know, I feel like he's just going to try to get under my counter magic. This is like one of those matchups where rest in peace coming in. Yeah, this is one of those matchups where you kind of want to pick and choose what permission you use. You know, I feel like we're going to get overwhelmed if I use Remand just due to how Vial works, and he's going to be on the play. Don't get me wrong, I like Remand, but I think I'm going to want hard counter magic for this particular type of matchup. There are some matchups where the Remand is very... Man, like on the draw is less good. It is. I mean, what's another way you could go? Like, what's another way you could go? You could go... see, I think you want to run one or the other. I agree it's less... I think that I can't really be remanding his threats. I think I have to just leak them. Yeah, they are. We'll keep this though. Alright, there's the Vial on the play. This is gonna be tough. So, even if I initiate Colonnade, we could still be easily boned. I mean, you slam the Colonnade, say go. And then you could Arid Mesa into basic Mountain next turn to Helix something. Depends on how proactive he's being. Is that the one-lander? Wow, he kept the one-lander. No, never mind. I was like, is that the one-lander? Alright, there's the Thalia. So important to the deck. So now we're just going to play our fetch, and we're just going to... Now, this is like one of those weird scenarios where you might be tempted to crack... Like, watch. So, you might be tempted to preemptively crack the Mesa, because if the opponent has Leonin Arbiter in his hand, he can put the Vial on 2, flash in... the GIF avatar is the worst, says Avatar. I'm sorry, man. Not everybody's gonna like it. don't know if I'm gonna have cam today. Yeah, I think the crack fetch, because what that says is that says, okay, I'm gonna play around the possibility of Arbiter. Is what that says. It says I'm not messing around. Is what it says. Also, by grabbing Mountain, that's me saying, hey, I might have a lightning bolt. But yeah, Avid, not everybody's gonna... Sorry, Avid user, I just actually read your name that time. Not everybody's gonna like it. I normally have a camera. I mean, I could just leave it empty. I had it empty earlier, but usually when I take off the cam, I just have that going. Okay. So that's his rest in peace. Fetching into Tapland, though, Jasper says, I have nothing. That's what that says. At least fetching into a basic says, I might have something. I think you risk... no, we wait. Patience. Patience. Guessing he has the flicker. It's very possible he has the Flicker Wisp. I think this is a nod to Flicker Wisp. You do get blown out here if you go for the Helix, whereas if you go with the Electrolyze, at least... he's not killing us. I very much think that he's holding up Flicker. So one thing you could do is... you kind of hang on there. At least Electrolyze would kill, if you Lies, you at least kill one of the two threats, because you can't, you can't Flicker to protect both. But if you, I was trying to represent Bolt, not Spell Snare. Well, Jasper, I couldn't cast the Electrolyze yet. It would be here. It would be here. So likely what he'll want to do is provoke a removal spell for me here. Now, if you go for the Electrolyze here, you're tapped out, and he could possibly resolve Leonin and then Ghost Quarter you. That's what his hand is hinting at right here. I don't think I can play around it, though. We have another fetch in our hand. We could go grab another white source. It's not the end of the world if he takes out the Colonnade. I think, finally, I'm ready to go for this. Worst case scenario, he has a Flicker that protects the Thalia. We still get the Dryad. Okay. Or opponent doesn't actually have it. Oh, wow, he didn't have the Arbiter either. Interesting. Okay. Well, we're free to sit back and gifts then. You guys think he's like sitting on an Aven Mind sensor? Kind of curious what he's putting in.